G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Darkmyre, and today I'll be taking a look at the recent, absolutely atrocious, defamatory, slanderous news report put out by 7 News that basically attacks anyone that plays this popular LSPDFR police mod for GTA 5. So we're going to take a look at the news article, and I'm going to basically pause it as we go through and provide you guys the actual facts and real perspective behind this absolute atrocious shitstorm of lies. So let's get into it and see what rubbish 7 News has to say.
Has condemned an online video game that allows New South Wales police officers to be shot, run over and killed. It's an underground variation of Grand Theft Auto, modified for local conditions. The realism is striking, the body count shocking.
So, first of all, that's just a complete pile of piss right there. LSPDFR is a police modification / plugin for GTA 5. It is not an alternative version. It is not an underground version. I believe later they call it a black market version. It is a mod for the white market, above ground, whatever you want to call it, version you buy in the stores or online through Steam. You need to have a legit copy. The plugin is designed specifically to not work on pirated versions. It actually looks for pirated versions. They identify themselves in a few very obvious ways in the code side of things, and it blocks them. It does not let them run. So no, it is not underground. It is not black market. It is not an alternative version. It is a mod or a plugin that alters the current existing game on the market. As for the body count being, I forget what friggin' stupid word he used, but, it's Grand Theft Auto. Like, the entire game, the purpose of the game, as it's provided by Rockstar, is to play as one of three, basically back and forth amongst all three, criminal masterminds. People that are career criminals, their goal is to kill police, make a massive criminal empire, make millions of dollars for themselves by stealing from others. That's the point of the whole game as you buy it from the shops. The police plugin LSPDFR flips that on its head and actually makes it somewhat actually reasonable. You're no longer out there committing crimes, killing people, doing all that crazy stuff. You're out there being a police officer, policing the crazy city, arresting people that do the wrong thing, giving them traffic tickets, dealing with domestic disturbance call-outs, all those things that police do every day, simulated in a game for those that like police and like to play that kind of character. Let's get on with it.
These are New South Wales police officers as you've never seen them.
Well, actually, no, they're not New South Wales police officers, first of all. None of us that play this game claim to be police officers. We all are very clear about the fact that we are not police officers. Also, if you look at this picture, if you know anything about Australian police, you might notice that this car in the background, this VE, that has Victorian Highway Patrol markings on it. It's not even a New South Wales police car. This is actually one of my clips that will actually take it back to the start of this particular bit, and I'll pause it after this one and we'll show you the reality of what's going on here, because right now you're probably thinking that, well, 7 News didn't do enough research and just made a few mistakes, and unfortunately the reality is a lot darker than that. I'm just going to take it back. We'll play the full clip as it was on 7 News, then I'll pause it again and bring up the original clip from my actual video before it was edited by 7 News.
Seen them.
No, don't hit the partner.
Crashing cars, shooting
Actually, this is still the same thing.
suspects, and getting run over.
So you might have noticed there that in that little clip, I made a complaint about, oh, don't hit the partner, as I accidentally hit my partner and then shot the suspect that was coming at us. Let's see if I can find the original clip, and we'll show you guys what actually happened in that clip to start with. Alright, so let's, I have finally found it now, and I will link to these original videos in the description so you can check them out for yourself. We'll now go through and see what the actual full clip of that section was for. Please excuse the dodgy frame rate and audio quality. This video was filmed quite a long time ago, before I've upgraded my computer about 2 or 3 times since then, and obviously learned a lot more about putting videos together and all of that sort of thing. So with that in mind, let's have a look and see what actually happened when we knocked out our partner, and see if it was really new police underground mod game lets you kill police. God, the people in this city are fucking retarded. Ow!
Let's fucking go!
No, you ain't fucking going anywhere after that. Except to jail, maybe. Oh. Shots fired.
Moron.
And now, of course, everyone's gonna step up.
You sorry piece of
No, don't hit the partner! Whoops. Oh, I hate that fucking auto punch shit. So, as you saw then, we got hit by a car, got out to try and arrest them. They got out of their car and started shooting at us, so I switched from my taser, non-lethal option that I selected initially, as Australian police would do, and switched to a lethal option and took out the first two gangbangers. It then caused another person nearby that's obviously affiliated with them in the gang settings within the actual game mechanics themselves to try and come and attack me because I was attacking their gang members. And as I explained afterwards, I tried to shoot the guy that was coming, partner was too close, and accidentally hit partner instead. That's a known bug within GTA. It's actually an issue with the base game that our so-called underground computer mod hacker, geek, whatever bullshit Sunrise wants to throw at us, have actually put out mods since this video to try and fix. It is a flaw within the game that has actually been fixed by this modification, which is... I don't understand why they would use this as, oh, you get to play as a game that lets you kill police. Like the base GTA game lets you kill police already. And as you just saw, it was a total accident. It was something that I was upset about at the time having happened. Did not want it to happen, but it did. It happens. Accidents happen in games and in real life. Anyway.
What happens next? Far too disturbing to show.
The game that I've seen where they've arrested somebody and then shoot them, that doesn't happen. That is perverse.
So, obviously those other clips there, they weren't actually mine, so I'm not going to show any details about them because I don't have the original footage and, that would not be right. Police Minister Troy Grant's talking about something about, somebody being arrested and then shot. Well, we can't really respond to that because they haven't included the video of that, so I don't know if that's the one time that it's happened on my channel, which is basically the game crashed. Because of the way the game mechanics work, the prisoner was tied to my character, so basically they were going to follow me around for the rest of the gameplay. Reloading the plugin did not fix that. The only way I could do anything about it then was to shoot them, which I then discovered doesn't actually even work. They were given God mode as part of being arrested, so they just stood there and got shot in the face a whole bunch of times and nothing happened. Which also doesn't happen in real life, But, you guys already expect that because this is a computer game. We're not retarded like... apparently the police minister and the Channel 7 news team all are and think that we all think this is real life. My issue with this scene right here is these children are very much under 18. GTA 5 is an R18 plus game. You cannot buy the game and play the game legally unless you're an adult. So any child, if Police Minister Troy Grant knows that children are playing this game, he should pursue those parents for neglect, basically. Because those parents clearly aren't parenting their kids right if they're letting them play games that legally they cannot be allowed to play.
Theft Auto is notorious for being violent, sexual, and gory. Now,
all of those last few clips, just to clarify, were taken from the original storyline game. This one obviously isn't, because as you can see, we have I think that's actually a Queensland Police Hilux paddy wagon and a ambulance as well with Australian livery. Let's see if there's any more of my footage being abused here.
underground computer geeks have written New South Wales Police into the action.
Underground computer geeks. No, we're not underground computer geeks. I actually live above ground in a regular house, just like everyone else probably watching this, and probably even Mike Duffy, even though he's a bit of a tool. I don't really know how to explain that anymore. Like, underground computer geeks. No. Just people that are enthusiastic about police, enthusiastic about computers, and have the skills to marry those things together. Pretty sure this is not one of my clips, so we're going to continue playing the video now and see if there's any more of my footage that we can debunk.
Get out of the car.
Their vehicles and uniforms are accurate in every detail.
This bit of footage here, as far as I'm aware, is actually a vehicle showcase from GTA 4 days, where the player is aiming basically to focus the camera's attention on where he's pointing, so he can go from car to car and show you the detail of the car that the person making this video is probably the one that actually put the cars together. That's generally how it works with these spotlight videos. The uniforms in the cars are immaculate in their detail. That's because we are enthusiastic about the police. That's because we are pro-police. We are very keen to replicate things that you support. You don't go out there and spend $200-300 US often per model to buy the original 3D model, and then a good at least a dozen, probably 24 hours detailing the model, scratch making police gear. None of this gear is available publicly, obviously. You've got to actually create it by hand, looking at reference pictures, things like that. Who the hell invests that kind of time and money into something that they hate? Like, that is just absurd to even think, and it sounds ridiculous even saying it. No one is going to put that much time and money and effort into something that they hate. It's just stupid. No one would do that. At least nobody with a sound mind.
It's called modding or modifying the original game. There are New South Wales firefighters.
One of my clips again, but you know. So what? There's New South Wales firefighters. Guess what? There's firefighters in the original game. They're just not New South Wales branded.
Federal cops, even the police chopper.
Those two again are also clips of mine. And again, you know, so what? There's federal cops in the base game. There's police choppers in the base game. Why is it such a big deal that we've put New South Wales skins on it? Why are we not allowed to have patriotism and pride for our state and our country and exhibit that through the choices that we make with our computer games that we play? I don't understand that at all.
Violence is ever present.
This desensitizes people to the real risk.
Violence is ever present as I'm tasing a suspect that runs away. Let me see if I can find that original clip for you guys real quickly. Right, so unfortunately, with over 300 videos on my channel, this one wasn't really enough visual clues here to let me know which video to look at to try and find it. But you know, as we watch it again, listen for the little bzzzt noise and the fact that the guy falls over, kind of spasming because he's been electrocuted, not being shot. And you'll see that, no, it's not violence, it's subduing a suspect.
Violence is ever present.
This desensitizes people to the real risk that police face, and I find it offensive.
I find your crap offensive, Troy Grant. It does not desensitize people to the real dangers that police face. I have died many, many times on stream and on videos. I have been run over by other AI players, as this report at some point, I can't remember if it was earlier or later than this point, but it complains about police being run over. That's the police in this game generally are the player character, because the whole point of this mod is to make the player play as the police. So yes, when we stuff up, we get run over and we get killed. That's what happens in video games. It's called video games. This is not real life, Troy Grant. Get over yourself.
In 2001, Senior Constable Jim Affleck was run down and killed by a man reenacting a PlayStation video game called Need for Speed.
Again, absolute false bullshit fabrication. Need for Speed, not a single Need for Speed game ever has had pedestrians in it. So if you're running someone down in a car, yeah, you might be trying to replicate a computer game, but it's not Need for Speed for sure. And honestly, if you're of such a broken headspace that you are getting in a vehicle in real life and thinking that you're playing a computer game and going out running people over, you have some serious mental issues that need to be addressed by the health department. And, you know, whether it's a video game or a violent movie or just some bullshit that you made up in your own head because your head is broken, you're going to be doing that kind of crazy shit anyway. You're already broken. Video games don't break people. They provide an entertainment venue for people to express themselves. Let's continue, even though this is really, really triggering me.
In shops, violent games have age restrictions.
Guess what, dumbass? They do too on Steam. Try looking it up.
But the online world is virtually lawless.
No, it's virtually not.
Explicit games and their underground versions are easily available to people of any age.
That point is actually true. They are relatively easy to obtain on Steam, but you know what? That's between the lawmakers and Steam. Steam should be doing a lot more, I agree, than just asking people to input a birth date with a series of drop-down boxes. That's really easy to bullshit your way through and get access to the game. Totally agree there that needs to be addressed. That is the only issue in this news report, other than this fake news report itself, that needs addressing, is Steam does need tighter guidelines to stop underage people being able to get underage... I'm getting so triggered by this I can't even talk properly. To stop underage people from being able to access age-restricted games, there definitely needs to be more of a framework there, more restrictions there. You know, maybe require them to purchase it with a credit card with the same name as the account holder, because obviously you can't have a credit card unless you're 18. Then again, debit cards come into place, which I'm not sure if that's still the case. But anyway, that's something for the New South Wales ministers to discuss, and probably Australia even, federal ministers level to work out what they're going to do against Steam for letting underage kids get R-rated games. That's not our fault for playing the games and sharing them. That's Steam's fault for distributing them that way. And as for underground versions, well, underground versions have no relevance to this news report because this is not an underground version. You can get this plugin for the game just simply by Googling LSPDFR. It'll come up straight away, download the game, download the plugins for it, and off you go. As long as you have the original purchased, legitimate, above ground, white market version of the game. You cannot use it on pirated copies.
For some people, the fantasy becomes a bit indistinguishable from reality.
For those people, video games aren't the problem, the people are the problem.
There is no reset button on the real-life situations that police face.
New South Wales
Really? No shit. I never knew there wasn't a reset button in the real world. Thanks, Troy Grant, for telling me that.
police plan to take action against the designers. Mike Duffy, 7 News.
Well, I say, come at us. We haven't done anything wrong. We haven't broken any laws. You have no way to actually take action other than this slanderous, defamatory, basically, as far as I'm concerned, illegal news report. I don't know exactly if there have been any laws broken, but I'll certainly be following that up. And if there are, doing whatever I can to raise holy hell against 7 News and Sunrise Australia, who also then follow this up with another report. I don't have that on video, so I can't really go through that and respond to it. But basically, it was the same clips and the same bullshit reporting. I think Koshi added the word black market into the mix to make it sound even more evil and undesirable. But basically, it's all a crock of shit. And this is the thing that pisses me off the most. Not only is it falsely representing the LSPDFR community, falsely representing the GTA community, the GTA modding community, sorry, but it's not even as clear-cut and as simple and as understandable as, oops, they fucked up, they didn't do enough research. They did fuck up, but they did do the research. If you look at the full clips there, you can see they specifically edited down to a fraction of a few seconds, specifically just to push their anti-computer game agenda. They didn't not do enough research and make a mistake. They willfully went out and chose to mislead the Australian public, to misrepresent the GTA 5 modding community, to slander those of us that are actual police enthusiasts and play games, to demonstrate that, purely to push, I don't know if it's a political agenda, I don't know if it's a network agenda, but purely to push this computer games are ruining society agenda. You know, these idiots think that if we just take away all the computer games, all of the world's problems will be solved. You know, if we stop youths from being able to sit at home and entertain themselves playing a computer game, then obviously they're not going to be going out into public and causing a ruckus, causing trouble, beating people up, stealing from people, stealing people's cars, smashing things. You know, why would they do any of that if they don't have computer games at home to entertain themselves? It sounds pretty absurd when I put it that way, doesn't it? But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I do hope this has made a bit of sense. I know I feel like I've kind of ended up rambling a lot here because it just makes me so angry watching this absolute rot and thinking that this has happened in my own country. You know, forget the fact that I was personally involved in it, that my footage, including my face, was broadcast on national TV without my permission, without even letting me know beforehand or anything. This came as an absolute shock. You know, 10 minutes before 6 Thursday night when it was about to air, that someone just happened to see the pre-news advertisement showing the section. But yeah, it's made me very angry, very upset, and I have tried to communicate as clearly as I can at this point to let you guys know the facts behind the story and the absolute level of bullshit that 7 News have gone to. I will be pursuing, basically getting further legal advice and pursuing it as far as I can within the legal system, because I do believe that there has to be some law that's been broken here. You can't just broadcast total made-up bullshit on Australian television, I would hope, and get away with it. But I think it's going to wrap it up for now. Hopefully it has sort of cleared a few things up for you guys. I know most of you are pretty much aware of how bullshit it was. Maybe not the fact that it was such a malicious, willful choice. It would be appreciated if you guys could help spread the word. I'm not going to be monetizing this video because, you know, I want to get it out to as many people as possible. Obviously, these news reports went out on national TV, so millions of people across the country have heard this slanderous bullshit, seen my face plastered up there along with it, and, you know, I want to get this out there to as many people as possible. I doubt we'll get millions of people watching it, but the more people we can get seeing this and seeing the truth behind it, hopefully the more people will realize just how bad 7 News is. And other ways you guys can help, definitely write to 7 News, express your anger or your how upset you are that they've done this, that they've aired this complete crap on news and called it news as well. There's so much bullshit going on in the world right now. And no, last Thursday evening and Friday morning, 7 News couldn't find enough stuff in the world that was going wrong, so they had to make some shit up. It's just atrocious. It's just unacceptable, really. Fake news has no place in Australia. Get it the fuck out of here. We don't want to see it. We want actual real news, and if you can't report it, then get the fuck off the network, basically. Yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. Hope it has informed you a little bit. As I said before, please share this link around. I want this to get as much airplay as possible. See if we can actually get a reaction from Channel 7. See if we can actually get the truth out there to people. And you know what? If you guys have seen all this nonsense and you're new to the LSPDFR scene, don't stress. If you want to get into it, I will have a tutorial series up hopefully very soon. I had to take the weekend off due to the stress that this event has caused me, but tonight and tomorrow we'll be working on that tutorial series so that you can basically download it from Steam and get set up playing Australian LSPDFR, playing as an Aussie cop as soon as possible. Hopefully you'll choose to do the right thing and play it with a bit of sensibility and doing things right. That's up to you. I'm not your mum, but this is an awesome game. It's a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm happy to share it with as many people that want to play it as possible. That's going to do it for now, guys, though. I will see you on another video and live stream very soon. Till then, have a good one, and stay careful of fake news.